guys, today we are going to discuss a book called The Lost Executioner, the story of Comrade Dutch and the Khmer rouge by Nic Dunlop. Okay, well, first of all, let's discuss this book in detail and do a case study about it. First of all, I went to Cambodia in 2019 for around 10 days or so, and I loved Cambodia like anything. So I was interested in reading this book because it was based in Cambodia. And I bought this book from a big bookshop in Bangkok, Thailand, a couple of years ago. Okay, so The Lost Executioner is basically a book about Cambodia, based in Cambodia and stuff like that. Okay, here's the thing. The book is by a man called Nic Dunlop. Okay, as a matter of fact, between 1975 and 1979, there was a uh, huge massacre. There were huge killings that took place. Um, by the Khmer rouge in Cambodia, in which nearly 2 million people were killed. And this was one of the biggest genocides in the history of the world after the Vietnam War and what do you call it, the what happened in Rwanda in 1994. Okay, so what happens in this book is that it's about a man called uh, Nic Dunlop. Okay, and as I told you before, that between 1975 and 1979, there were 2 million people killed in Cambodia between that time uh, during the killing fields. I mean, they were the killing fields basically. So, 20 comrade, there was a man called Comrade Dutch. There was a man called Comrade Dutch. Okay, who was responsible for more than 20,000 people who died in them. Okay, and not even a single person has been brought to justice for the killings of all these innocent lives and people and children and women and stuff like that. Okay, guys. So what happens is that there's a man called Ning Dunlop. Dunlop. Okay, he basically becomes obsessed with the idea of finding this man, Comrade Dutch, and bringing him to justice because he was responsible for the killings of 20,000 people, despite the fact that 2 million people were killed in Cambodia between 1975 and 1979. So, this is such a brilliant and a superb book about Cambodia. It may be one of the best books I've ever read, and a great book on the country called Cambodia, which I visited in 2019 and fell in love with. Anyways, guys, so what happens next is that this guy called Nic Dunlop uh, uh, becomes obsessed with bringing Comrade Dutch to justice for the 20,000 people who he is responsible for having killed or massacred. Okay. Anyways, so what happens next is that this is Nic Dunlop's personal journey to bring him to justice. In the book, there are details about the country of Cambodia, in addition to the capital city Phnom Penh and the Angkor Wat, which is a World Heritage Site and the biggest temples of the world in Siam Reap in Cambodia. Okay, and I have seen the Angkor Wat, and it is just amazing. It's one wonder of the world which people don't even know about, and some people don't even know that a country called Cambodia exists because it's not a well known country as much as they know about Thailand and Bangkok and stuff like that. Anyways, so this is what happens in the book, guys. It's about Cambodia. It's about how this man Nick Dunlop wants to bring Comrade Dutch to justice for all the bad things he's done. So what happens in the end is that this book is basically about Cambodia and about the killing fields in the Khmer rouge. Okay, guys. Anyways, what happens next is that uh, into many years later, I believe in 2006, the man Nic Dunlop finally brings this evil man, comrade Duch, who is responsible for the killings of 20,000 people, to justice, and he is punished for what he's done. Okay, that's what happened in the book, guys. So it was such a brilliant read. It was a very good book. I loved it. It's one of the best books I've read, and it's a great book on Cambodia. Okay, I've read other books on Cambodia as well. For instance, In the Shadow of the Banyan, and also When Broken Glass Floats and stuff like that. But this book is best is the best out of all of them. And I love this book about Cambodia. And you guys also must read it. Seriously. I hope you like this video, guys, and do read this book, The Lost Executioner. Okay? Bye, guys.